Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good evening to Sir Arif. My name is Muhammad AIMAN bin Azhar, and I will be presenting about what are the effects of politics amongst the daily lives of the citizens in this country. I will be presenting about the background. So in Malaysia, politics isn't just the legislation and debates. It's an invisible force profoundly shaping daily lives alongside the country's vibrant culture of fabrics. Means this project delves into how politics impacts the crucial areas. First, financial distribution. Tax policies and infrastructure development significantly shapes economic dynamics. They dictate public income, employment opportunities, and geographic distribution of development, impacting citizens' livelihoods and the spectrum of available opportunities. The second is societal foundation. Educational strategies, cultural regulations, and government policies from the bedrock of social harmony, that inclusivity. The educational system and cultural regulation shapes the identity and knowledge and societal cohesion. So this project utilizes an extensive research encompassing government policies, academic studies, news reports, and many public opinions from various age groups and platforms. By analyzing beyond the surface level of analysis, it aims to reveal a very impact of politics on our daily lives, emphasizing that politics goes beyond just voting and election. It also encourage active civic participation, fostering good governance that enhance citizens' lives and leads to a safer, more prosperous future in Malaysia. The introduction. So politics in Malaysia significantly impacts its diverse 33 million citizens, influencing everything from economic policies to essential needs like electricity and food. Consider the National Education Blueprint, or NEB, an initiative championed by the Malaysia's 6th Prime Minister at the time, Najib Razak. It exemplifies on how politics directly shapes education and youth development. Understanding this connection is very crucial, empowering the citizens to engage in the democratic process. This involvement supports their interests and contributes to a prosperous future. Ultimately, politics in the daily lives of every Malaysian emphasize the interdependence between the governance and citizens.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Afida, and I will explain how politics affect our life through the law. Law is an essential tool of government action or an instrument with which government tries to influence the society. From a sociological perspective, Max Weber argued that the law is an order and defined it as an order will be called law if it is externally guaranteed by the probability that coercion to bring about a conformity or avenge violation will be applied by a staff of people holding themselves especially ready for that purpose. According to Weber, those who implement the coercive trait are the ones who enforce the law. Besides that, among the theories presented, that there is a more general agreement that societal and legal complexities are interrelated. The laws that impact our day-to-day existence are significantly shaped by the politics and act influencing through the legal framework. When a party comes into a power, it has the authority to veto the laws brought before Parliament. Both has the same progressive function and safeguarding purpose. Both are to encourage and suppress the growth of societal relations as well as to establish the justice and order. It means that the law and politics cannot be separated. Therefore, law enforcement is influenced by the politics in addition to the legislative process. Criminal justice agencies' enforcement goals and tactics are determined by the political leaders and policymakers. Political factors affect the distribution of funding for law enforcement, the creation of policing, and crime prevention initiatives. This may directly affect the people's rights and responsibility within the legal system. as well as the public safety and security in the society. As an example, a government defaulted to decreasing the crime, which might introduce the law that provide the mandate harsher penalties for offenders. Another crucial way that politics influences our life is through the economic well-being. Economy is the study of how humans make decisions in the face of the scarcity. This decision may be made by an individual, a family, a business, or a society. When there is a scarcity, it indicates the demand for products, services, and resources exceeds supply, such as labor, equipment, land, and raw materials, which are needed to provide the commodities and services that people require. The dynamic of supply and demand, as well as the distribution of resources through an individual economic decision, are virtually involved. The result outcome like public goods can be framed by the way the state and the market interact through political, economic, and societal institutions. Public goods as the publicly funded goods and services that are accessible to all people in the public. For instance, like public highways and hospitals. So, a country's economy are impacted by the political decision. Most of the research investigations have demonstrated that the political instability can block the economic development. The changes in the government frequently result in the postponement or abandonment of projects in the previous administration, which are the one of factors that politics affect the economy. Abandoning development initiative might lead to a large scale of resource waste. The expenditure of billion ringgit in this project will be wasted if it left unfinished. For example, in the Kuala Terengganu, the PAS need to take the responsibility to complete the abandoned project. So, this will causes the government unable to fulfill the people needs when there are no fixed financial allocation.
Hi, my name is MIRA. So now I will explain the last effect of politics in our life, which is through education. So education is important for national development in many countries throughout the world. This is because in all fronts like technology, science, law, teaching and so on is expected to produce the human capital needed to undertake them to overall development of the society. Educational in politics play a crucial role in shaping the future of education. It's including the procedures and system by which decisions and policies related to education are made and carried out in a political setting. So it can affect the direction and efficacy of educational system, such as distribute power, duties, and resources. Next, political in education affects students become informed citizens and effective participation in the democratic process. So students can learn how to critically analyze current political issue, form informed opinions about them, and have meaningful conversation about them. For example, by introducing students to the electoral process, teachers can also assist students in becoming more knowledgeable about it, as well as how to vote.
So I will be moving on to the advantages and the disadvantages. Politics, Malaysia offers several advantages that firstly, representation and participation. So through democratic system, the public exercise their voting rights to elect a representative who align with their interests. This inclusive governance and legitimize the decision-making process, ensuring policies cater to diverse societal needs. As for example, Malaysia MEB, Malaysia's Education Blueprint, demonstrates on how politics positively influence the education policies benefiting the nation's youth. So, however, politics also presents certain drawbacks. Firstly, corruption and power misuse. Corruption undermines public trust and fairness. Misuse of power leads to biased resources distribution, erodes integrity, and risk using state resource for personal gains, damaging public welfare. For example, Malaysia's frequent changes in the governmental leadership have caused uncertainty affecting sustainability, goals, and long-term planning.
In conclusion, politics has a big impact on us as a society, not only affected through law, economic and education, but many more. Politics is essential to ensure that the protection of individual rights and freedoms by establish constitutional provisions, human rights, and independent judiciary system. By engaging in politics, citizens have the opportunity to participate in the decision-making process, choose their representative through election, and hold them accountable for their action. This may shape and govern the collective action, policies, and decisions that affect people's life. For example, political factors influence the funding of law enforcement, the creation of policy and crime prevention initiative, and the overall criminal justice plan. So this may have an immediate effect on people's rights and obligation under the law, as well as the degree of public safety and security in society. That's all from us.